there, MP. MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons. MP. MP, you my dog and all.
Welcome everyone to the final matchup before the knockout round. You look at Brooklyn, for them the stakes could not be higher. They're 2-1 in group play so far. A win tonight is essential.
Well, can't overstated here. This is a huge game. A loss knocks them out. A win, well, they got a decent shot to make it to the knockout round.
And as for the Pistons, it has not been a good NBA Cup for them. 0-3 record.
And with this being the final group game, they will not advance. It's so tough for them.
It seems we always keep circling back around to the topic of MP, and tonight is no different with the last game for him in the group stage of the NBA Cup. Of course, he's professed that he's taking his team all the way to win the Cup this season.
Hey, more power to him. I mean, he's got the swagger to make those statements, and I'd say he's delivering so far. You know, the most inspiring thing about MP's leadership is how it rubs off on the team. The whole organization is rooting for his growth as a leader and the sort of impact that can have on elevating his teammates as well. I think we're going to be in for a good one tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. We've got George, and it's Barrett in at the 2. Reed can't hit.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Pass to Ferguson. Barrett with it. Here's Stockton. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Thunder. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow! The athleticism on full display there.
Man, just incredible hang time. Outside Barrett. There's the triple. First shot won't go. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Dillingham. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Nice shot by George.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And so he hits both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Here's Stockton. Last game, 26 points for him. George passes to Stockton. Back to George. And George with the jam.
Woo! Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Now here's Reed. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Pass to Thunder. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. To the middle. Here's George. Nice D from Nance.
Yeah, it's better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Pistons trail by 7. Oh, they get a hit. Yet another steal from him.
I'll tell you what, guys. Ball handlers are flat out scared around this guy.
One of the top ball hawks in the history of this league. He's now almost 4th in steals all time. And it's Detroit with the ball. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Pass to Barrett. Shot to stop the run. Bearing his 2nd of 3 attempts.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Out to the right wing. Here's Dillingham. Top of the key. Again, the net score.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
It's Barrett on the wing. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And in terms of the NBA Cup tournament, one team is out, the other is alive, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., so while this game counts the same in the regular season standings, one squad has that extra motivation, a chance to advance in the Cup and get into that. Single elimination. Bracket.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Pass to Thunder. Left side Reed. Here's Thunder. Back to Reed. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Whitehead passes to Reed. From the arc. It's rebounded by George. Pistons trail by 6. Oh, there's the alley. Left side Reed. Thunder, the pass to Reed. They set a pick. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Detroit. George has got 4 rebounds now. And it's Barrett off the drive. Ferguson. Brooklyn pulls it in. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Here's Ferguson. No points so far. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Brooklyn.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. A lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Here's Stockton, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Hunt passes to George. Here's Hunt. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Stockton's shot is off.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Pistons trail by 3. Shoots it from the corner. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Stockton's got his second bucket of the night.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Weber. Drains the triple. And the Nets lead by 4.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
Here's Stockton. He's got 5. Up and over Smith. Stockton's shot is off.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent, and lately he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots, it's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Hunt. 29 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Smith outside. Here's Thunder. Reed defending. Back to Smith. The 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. George has got 5 rebounds in the game. Brooklyn making it. Timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
We've got Naz Reid, and it's Nance in at center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Reid for 3. The rebound by Detroit. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Pistons had a huge game. He ended up with 70 points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Here's Ferguson. His last outing, he had 20. Goes back up, and that one's good. Hunt's got 5.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Dillingham. They set the screen. Fires it. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Ferguson. Reed defending. Fade away. Ferguson, no good. Nets leading by 19. It's stolen. On the break. And a strong finish with two hands.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the Pistons making a change here. Reed's checked in.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Thunder. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Reed sets a screen. Dillingham, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Hunt. Gets the three. To fall. Give him 8.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Nance. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Dillingham. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open 3.
Here's Thunder. And he makes it on the layup. Thunder's got 10 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Reed, good. 5 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Hunt. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Here's Thunder. 10 points for him. And here's Dillingham from the arc. They get it back. Pass to Thunder. Nance outside. 5 to shoot. The 3. Ferguson with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Count it. Ferguson's got 7 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Thunder. The kick out to Nance. Here's Dillingham. A 26-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to talk it over with it. So it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Brooklyn Nets.
Bench Bob. They've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
I think Keegan Murray's going to help them. 6'8", can do it all, great shooter, and he has that team-first mindset.
Yeah, he's comfortable being featured or playing a secondary role, so he can be plugged into pretty much any lineup. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now,
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Pistons trail by 7. Setting the floor for the Pistons. We've got George, and it's Stockton in at the point.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Shot is good by Barrett. Outside Reed. Pass to Thunder. On the take. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Here's Stockton. Fires for 3. Nance pulls down the board. Nance has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Ferguson with the rebound. Ferguson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Stockton. Pass to George. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. George has got 10 points in the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Dillingham. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 6. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. That'll be their 2nd of 3 games total on this road trip. Pass to Thunder. Here's Whitehead. Reed defending.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Nance left side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dillingham. From the top of the key, he buries it. Dillingham's got 20.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range. 23 points in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Pistons trail by 8. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
Nets foul. Number 47. His third personal foul. First team foul.
To the inside. Here's Barrett. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Whitehead, shot is good.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Detroit has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Ferguson. Good chance here for Barrett. That's short off the rim.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Here's Thunder. Outside Reed. 4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by the Pistons.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Reed passes to Barrett. Here's Ferguson. The three-pointer off the mark. Nets leading by 8. Outside Reed. Detroit with a rebound. George has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Doubled by Nance. Pass to Reed. Here's Ferguson. The 3, Barrett. Brooklyn pulls it in. Nance has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Out to the wing. Here's Thunder. He's got 16. And again, it's the Nets missing. Left side Reed. Pass to Stockton. Takes the 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
And the Nets making a change here. Boy, it's been fun watching this player do his thing lately. Our player of the week for the Eastern Conference.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
Dillingham with the bucket. Pistons trail by 7. Reed with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Whitehead. There's the drive. No good that time. Nice D from Reed. For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Nance. Down low. Here's Thunder. Shot clock at 5. Back to Nance. Here's Weber. Misses the 3. Detroit has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Another steal. Fast break, Brooklyn. Whitehead passes to Weber. Here's Thunder. George defending. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. Weber's got 11 points. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
They've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Blocked! Thunder, the pass to Weber. Here's Dillingham. 25 points in the game. Money from the wing. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Ferguson. Here's Stockton. 6 to shoot. To snap the cold streak. Nance pulls down the board. Brooklyn leading by 12. Weber passes to Thunder. And that one is hammered home.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home. And that's number 4, definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And this break lets us see the teams making the most of their second chance. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Hunt. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
His third personal foul. 14.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. For Brooklyn, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. They've got Dillingham, and it's Reed in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Here's Dillingham. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Pass to Reed. Shoots over Reed. Reed, good.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Reed for 3. On target from range. Reed's got 6 here in the quarter.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Hunt. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Ferguson. Reed defending. Shots good by Stockton. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Thunder. Pass to Whitehead. To stop the run. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Gets good position inside. May have rushed it just a little.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Shooting 2.
And he's good on the second.
Even with one miss, he stretched this out to a 2-possession game.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. And here's Reed. Clock at 6. From downtown. And he can't get that one. The Pistons lead by 4. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And the jam by George.
And the coaching staff has been asking him, use your length.
Yep, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you love it when big guys play big. That's the reason they have all those screws up there on the rim.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Pass to Hunt. Here's Stockton. Here's Ferguson. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 6. Here's Dillingham. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His third personal foul.
And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Wednesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And for that game against the Cavaliers, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And here are the Pistons. They're on a 10-2 run here. Outside Barrett. To the paint. George against Nance. Reed passes to Ferguson. It's deflected. They get it back. Stockton. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Stockton's got 13 in the second half.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Pass to Nance. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul. 14.
That one's off.
And out the line. Shooting 2. Nets.
Good on the second one. Here's Stockton. Outside Barrett. Pass to Stockton. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Nets trail by 5. Whitehead passes to Thunder. Here's Dillingham. Off target with the 3. Here's Stockton. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Whitehead's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Dillingham. The Pistons clear it. George has got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Here's Barrett. And he drops it in from the low post. Barrett's got 31.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Outside Reed. Pass to Thunder. Here's Dillingham. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by George. George is down low. Barrett passes to Reed. Kicks it out to Barrett. Here's Ferguson. He buries it from 3. And it's a 10-point Pistons lead.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
hits the trifecta.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
The officials were right on top of that one.
So the first one drops, and that brings him with an 8. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, the Pistons shooting 55% for the game so far. Here's Stockton. And a nice finish on the layup. Stockton's got 25 points in the game.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Over to the left wing. Here's Whitehead. Drops in the 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Stockton. Yes, it's good. 27 points for him.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Here's Thunder. And he slams it in one-handed.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Stockton. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Sinks it from distance.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Cash!
I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line. Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 5. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And no doubt, they've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Whitehead can't get it to go. And now we've got an intentional foul.
3. His 3rd personal foul. Shooting for Detroit.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. So it's Detroit picking up the win. All right, so chalk this win up as both one for the regular season and their first victory